There's a lot of prep here. This was sent to me by Carol. It's a prepper to-do list, 100 ideas right here. Okay, now I want to divide this up in a three-part series because it is pretty long. Now, Henry Ford said, chop your wood and it will warm you twice. Okay, the 100 prepper to-do list. Number one is be happy and grateful. Just be grateful for what you got now. We got lights, we got water, we got, you can run down a store anytime you want to, basically. So, tomorrow might not be here. Number two is get free prepper stuff on Amazon with Visa and American Express. Now I don't have credit cards. I really don't want them. If I can't buy it by cash, I'm not gonna get it all. But down the road maybe I will. I don't know. I could get me an account going. But the thing is some of the cards do offer gift cards to Amazon if you have a one like Bank America or some other. Number three is create a food and supply journal. Some people has quite a few stocked up, and they do a rotation system on it, and that's just natural. You need to. Now I got probably maybe about 30, maybe 50 canned goods that I keep on hand at all times. And I don't buy a lot of canned goods because I tend to do more dry food cooking. I tend to do more rices and things in that area for me, small portion meals for me. But I do keep a few canned goods on hand, like some beans or corn or whatever sometimes. But that don't mean I'm going to always do that. If you can your own food, that is better. Like I said, it's better to can your own food. It's better to take a bag of dry beans and cook it up and can your own beans to your taste, and you will have your liquids there. So that's something to think about on that. And then again, like I say, don't get something you don't eat. Bottom line. Number four says, see if you have the 37 critical foods in prepper pantry. Now, I'm not certain what that means. I did do one that was talking about the 37 essential food list. There is, if you don't like it, you don't eat it, you don't need it. There are some of the foods that's really basically short term. It's just a comfort food. You're going to enjoy it while you can, but after a while, it's going to be gone. So that's something you got to think about that. Shop for bug out clothing. Says everyone looks better in camouflage. Even so, don't wear camouflage clothing directly after disaster. What it's talking about basically is a lot of people are going to confuse you for military and police. So wearing camouflage clothing right after disaster could be a problem. Number six is, of course, turning your brown thumb into a green thumb. I would go on that route and just get me a couple tomato plants or something like that and start small, maybe some pots, and work your way. Now, a lot of root plants are easy to grow, like carrots or radishes and onions and things like that you can plant out in your yard. You can go with your root plant thing and try it until you get better at it. Also, you would like to, save the seeds in the situation also, but you will need them down the road. Number seven, learn to make fire more than one way. Variety of different fire starters and things of that area. You can go wool, the little steel wool things with a battery and different things like that. Check out some sites, making some fire starters and other areas you can learn how to use a flint rocks, different things. Learn how to use that. Number eight is do your laundry today. Tell them keeping your clothes washed up, keeping them clean in an SHTF situation. Says number nine is do tomorrow's laundry off the grid method. And as people who use scrub boards, I have a plunger where I can plunge it up down in there. There is things where you can make your own hand paddle washer. Some of them uses a bicycle exerciser or whatever. They bridge it up and they can make their own. So there's things to think about on that. Number 10 says do your dishes while you can enjoy it. The thing is, the thing there too is having your cabinet stocked up on paper plates and cups and bowls and utensils and things in a situation like that if you don't have the water to do. So you need to think about that to keep all that down and you may want to even consider using some of them to keep your dirty dishes down if you have a big family, because that can accumulate after a while. So that's something to think about. Number 11, of course, make doctor appointments or dentist appointments. If you're on medications, you need to think about, see if you can't get your doctor to prescribe you a 3-month subscription at a time. See if he's willing to do that so you can have it on hand. See if he's willing to give you more than a 30-day supply of each subscription for every month to increase your amount of doses for that. See if he's willing to do that in that situation. Also think about natural medication, herbs and things as a medical substitute in a situation. Number 12 is talk about holding the yard sale, garage sale, get rid of things so you can buy stuff for prepping. You need to be careful about being too obsessive with prepping. You need to be careful about getting in that prepping slump. There is a lot of things out there that these companies that go is to make money off of you. And there are a lot of things out there you would never use. A lot of it's cheap made, it'll fall apart. Just because it's got somebody's name on it does not mean that necessarily it's really good. And it's called trial and error and learning from that. Number 14 is get a grain mill. So you can grind your own flour and stuff and things in that situation there. Number 15 is check your bicycle for bicycle repair kits and everything, and keep your bicycle in good shape. Number 16 is count how many cans you have in containers with liquids, and that goes without saying. If you got liquids in it, you know how many people open that can of beans or whatever, pour the liquids out. I don't like doing that. I will pour the liquid in first into the pan, and if I want to, I can add a couple of bouillons in it or whatever, or I will add a little more water with it and my rice with it to cook with it, let it get it cooked, and then I will add my other ingredients in with it also too. So when I make it be a little rice dish, fill a pitcher of water for the refrigerator. Every day, stock your refrigerator with ordinary tap water, even if you only drink filter water. Filter it if you like, but fill a pitcher or jug. This will be your first source of water in event of a disaster. Get in the habit of always having a gallon of water in the refrigerator all the time. It also says on the food thing that liquid sense pineapple juice has a special long shelf life, 4 to 5 years. Other liquid cans includes vegetable juice, such as V8 juice or tomato juice, and evaporated milk. So I forgot to say somebody. There you go. Number 18 is stay thirsty, my friend. Every glass of water right now, most of us just don't drink enough water. If a survival scenario commits, most people will be operating at a defect. You can tip the odds in your favor by quenching your thirst. Walk away from the computer and do it now. Then go on to read the rest of this survival checklist. Let's talk about the water filter. It's called the Big Birdie's water filter, right? Is a purpose for clean drinking water. So check out Big Birdie water filter out. Number 19 for rotate cans, that goes without saying. Number 20 is simple something to learn how to make things. Take some classes. Learn how to do some plumbing. Learn how to do some. So there's check with Home Depot with different ones. There is places that offers free classes or classes at very low cost. Number 21, clean the closet or drawer. There's a closet you've been meaning to rearrange it, so there you don't need to take on the drawer all at once. Take it one drawer, box, shelf, or component at a time. That's just common everyday thing. We get in there, we have to clean it out. I get accumulating papers, I stick them in a little thing, and receipts, so I have to clean things out from time to time, and that's just natural. Number 20 is buy at your bucket opener. You already stock at your can openers, right? If you got buckets of stored food, purchase them at your bucket openers and gamma lids. Have a several can openers and those is good to have. Number 23, check for leaks in your water supply. Number 24 is learn a new skill, and we've done talk about learning something different on that. Number 25 is start chopping some firewood. Then you can make your own, if you're seeing on that, where you can take the blocks, you press newspapers and things down, leaves, things in that area. you can actually make a lot of your own firewood blocks from saving your advertisements and stuff, and get in the habit of doing that every 2 or 3 weeks. When you know, even a week's worth of advertisements, you can sit there and break that down and probably make you 2 or 3 blocks and add some sawdust and other things with it. Get number 26. Get a fire started and build a fire. Again, that's to learn how to do that is important. 27 is food, car, with gas. Unfortunately, most people can't afford it. We live on a paycheck to paycheck, and filling our gas tank up is not easy to do. And at least I try to keep my gas tank at least around a half a tank at all times, if at all possible. Number 28, stock up on car maintenance items like oil changes, coolant, spark plugs, and air filters and stuff. That's something it tells you to stock up on in case of situation. Number 29 is take a hike. Says preppers and their family are in their best possible physical condition because they walk, run, and exercise every day. Hiking is a skill that may be acquired in the event the young thinker will have to do something active with your family to keep her shape, or hold a grill and bug out by bicycle. Now, I have had my knee replaced, and I cannot flex the way I used to. I was pretty wiry at one time. So, I know how fast I can go, but I still get out there with my hiking stick. I still get out there and walk, and I still take time, a couple times a week, I hope, try to at least get out there and do something I enjoy. Say howdy to double duty. Poor hygiene and aftermath of collapse be one of the biggest killers for mankind because of the risk of infections and poor sanitation. It's important to get your porta potty set up and go double duty. Clean your sanitation day before the stuff hits the fan tomorrow. Now, that's something you need to think on right there, because a lot of people are going to just go use their pot. If you don't have the water, then you need that porta potty. You need some bags to potty in, and you need to be able to tie it up and have a hole dug in your yard, if at all possible, to do this. If you cannot do this, you need to find a place where you can put your waste in, like maybe some 5-gallon buckets or whatever that you can put a lid on until, and then throw lime into it to help break it down in that situation, because sanitation is something you're going to have to consider in that event, and disposing of the waste material. So, number 31 is get to know your neighbors. It depends on where you live at. It has a lot to do with it. It's talking about medical doctors, nurse, and a MET down the street has to review your first aid kit. That's something to think about on that. Now, also in this is learning where the doctor's offices are, learning where the fire stations are, learning where the veterinarian places. A lot of people don't think about the veterinarian clinic because they don't know about what the meds are. That's where you need to have a medical book that has the medical terms to it, and you can break it down. And in something like that, actually having a book, a personal notebook, and write down what each medication is in the veterinarian scenario, so that way you know what drugs you can get and use for yourself and your family in that situation. Because many of the animal medications are similar to the humans. Number 32 is read a prepper's book and articles. Again, on this here, you need to be kind of careful about getting into the prepper madness, the conspiracy theories and all that. For the prepper madness, I like to kind of go, you need to think on that, think about your locations, scenarios, and everything, and I understand that, but you also need to be kind of careful and follow it into the prepper madness syndrome. So you need to be careful with that. Number 3 is try out a new prepper recipe. I do a vegetarian sausage that I do with an egg, but I can do it without the egg if I need to. there's always times you can't get eggs and stuff, so you need to think about that on things and that where there's many good prepper cookbooks out there. It says, so check in somewhere. Number 34 is spend $10. You can prep on a budget, and the dollar stores are a great place to start. It says 99 ways to spend $1 at the dollar stores. Or shop online, and it says we'll help you with it. It says if you can set even $5 aside and buy something on that, you would get your stuff a little bit. A lot of you don't really have to have, but it's nice if you can have it. So number 35 is head to the grocery store to get some canned meat. Canned meat's inexpensive. Now, drugstores are not inexpensive. Canned meat is expensive in these drugstores. Now, do some price comparison, get your ads out, look what's on sale. If that week things are really on sale at one store, go stock up on that item. So now this is part 1, and then we are going to start on number 36 next on part 2. So there's a lot of good thoughts on it, a lot of good ideas. So this is Life Prepper. I want you to be safe, be happy. Bless you all.